Hey, welcome back. Welcome. Let's get a little behind the scenes of Sarah and Lana plotting to make Sarah look good. And let's see what happened when Sarah gets Judge Kranick's phone number.
This is Judge Kranick, and if you can, I would ask you to turn on your camera and unmute yourself.
And have you had an occasion since this event to establish a relationship with Sarah Boone?
No.
Yes, I have. We have been friends for the past a little over 11 months.
And how do y'all communicate?
We've communicated a lot of phone calls, lots of tablet back and forth, and a lot of letters as well. I'd say many hours of time spent with each other.
All right. And do you want to speak on her behalf here today?
I would, please.
All right. Would you please tell the court what you would like for the court to know?
Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Your Honor, for the privilege of speaking on behalf of my friend Sarah Boone. I also want to extend my heartfelt condolences to everyone here affected by this terrible tragedy, which has brought us all here and listening in. Many articles and videos and opinions of Sarah have gone out in the airways and on the webs. Opinions that have been formed and commented on so much that it's hard not to give into the temptation to treat people like a comic book or a fictional character. In the case of my friend Sarah, the words narcissist, Karen, villain, many other things, they roll off the tongue with little regard to the humanity that is dismissed so flippantly. And under a lot of circumstances, I was one of those people, as I have a love of true crime. And becoming friends with Sarah has shown me that there's a lot more depth to the people I see on the screen.
No.
I'd like to share with the world and with the court about the Sarah Boone that I know. Sarah Boone is a kind, honest, and good person. The Sarah Boone I know is one who loves animals, especially the kind who are damaged and defenseless. How many of us would take in and pour love for a hearing impaired and a sight impaired pair of dogs?
I'm going to go to court and I'm going to tell the judge, listen, my fiance has nothing to do with it. It's all my fault. We were both drinking and it got out of hand. It's an isolated situation. It has never happened before. I love my fiance. She's a good woman. Never been in trouble in her life. She has a 7-year-old son that she loves and cherishes.
A blind Boston Terrier.
She has 2 dogs. One is blind, one is deaf. She goes around and she's driving and sees an animal that's injured. She'll stop in the middle of the street, no matter what kind of traffic it is, just to make sure that that animal doesn't get injured any more than where it already has.
I tell you this, she fights even harder for those she loves, giving time, attention, and companionship without a single thought for her own gain or what somebody can do for her. And one huge example is in the matter of our friendship. As I said before, I have end-stage renal disease caused by a genetic illness called polycystic kidney disease. As my life has progressed, things I have taken for granted have been taken away from me. The moment Sarah had learned the depth of my struggles health-wise, she straight up offered strenuously to donate a kidney to me. After the verdict came in October,
she did say something to me to the effect that, can you believe it? I got life. And I said, no.
Well, she was using substances based on what her brother was saying. And
yeah, do you know if she's ever had any issues with drugs in the past?
To my knowledge, she's never really been a drug person. She's big on alcohol, but I don't think she's ever done. I mean, I think she told me like one time, like back before we got divorced, that at I don't know, this bar thing over there across the street near the Walgreens, whatever it's called.
Okay.
I've never been there, but somebody gave her a little bit of cocaine, like 2 years ago or something like that. But I've never known her to do drugs.
Are you saying what I think you're saying? Instead of forwarding your words to the media, you want me to vouch for you? I can do that. I'd have to think about how to say it, and it'll no doubt be tailored to whomever I'm speaking to. I will have to say something about that reporter from Court TV who came to see you under deception. You were pretty prickly about it, and rightly so, but you also slammed Court TV as not being a real channel. By the way, I could tell how pissed you were when you wrote it, and I couldn't help grinning. If you had a frying pan in your hands, that reporter would have gotten smashed! Exclamation. So, I'll have to smooth over those waters. Court TV has been around since the 80s. They got their first mega rise from the OJ trial because while other news channels were showing clips of it, Court TV had it uncensored! Exclamation. I was in college back then. I heard the verdict on my Discman while in economics class. The professor stopped everything and relayed it to everyone in real time. Luckily, it was at that start of the class. Sorry, she must have meant it was at the start of the class. Crazy. Yeah, the big question besides where the hell is your discovery boxes is, how are you supposed to represent yourself without the proper tools to do so? A computer for going over the centerpiece videos, not to mention other videos in your phone you mentioned in interrogation. That is the first question for Ask Law. Ask Law is a website where you put legal questions in and they answer you. Sidebar. I really don't think you have a chance at bond because Florida doesn't allow bond for M charges as a rule. Usually there has to be a crazy rare circumstance for it to, like that 800-pound woman charged with second degree M who couldn't fit in the jail. Spoiler alert, she was innocent and covering for her sister who beat her kid to DEATH. As for Ferretta, the hearing about whether you are competent to represent yourself, I'm not a lawyer, but I don't think they're testing your knowledge, but your mental acuity. We both know you're smart as a whip. The idea of motioning to withdraw yourself is interesting. I'm actually going to ask the law site about that! Exclamation. I'm going to tell them I am talking about your case so as not to waste time. Hypotheticals, I'll let you know tomorrow when it is done. So Pro Se Sarah is getting her legal advice from asklaw.com. Do you guys remember in one hearing where she kept saying, I was advised, and in a bubble I put jailhouse lawyers. I thought she was being advised by her jailhouse lawyers, but now we see she was being advised by Ask Law. Outgoing from Sarah to Lana. Hi again. Have you written all this to everyone yet? I really do not want anyone to know about the motion to withdraw. Please. It's my sneak attack, either for novelty so people will know I'm funny and serious, or for real justice, or both. Did you? And Court TV, if he would have gone about speaking to me as a professional and not slithering under the radar for surprise effects and ratings, I wouldn't have said what I did. And, like you said, I was not wrong for doing. He knew what he was doing, and it was wrong. Everyone keeps underestimating me. What he did was not professional, and he didn't care or wanted to support. He wanted ratings and a pat on the back for succeeding, which he did not after he was disconnected. Tisk, 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 sir. Duh. If they want in on the action too, they can do it right, like I have to in everything. What is your mission statement going to be for me? I just wanted to quote, get your pickup line so I would know what you said. If you could be my manager in this, that would be great. Less for me to have to worry about on top of everything else. Plus, I want to see how you really feel, smiley face. What is the statement? What is Court TV or anyone saying my defense is or should be? I'm going to gather my questions, so hold tight, please, on those. You haven't yet, right? Either way, I trust you well beyond any doubt of anything. Run what you can by me, though, please, so I know what I'm getting into and can hopefully live up to your standards and solicitation. Heart. Do not overdo yourself and efforts. You didn't mention that in any of your messages, and I just want to confirm you have read and understand. Yes? If you can't, do not. I love you too much to aggravate you in any way or your health. And because of me, never. K, please acknowledge. Heart. And now we have Lana responding to Sarah. Oh, thanks. I'll put the Ask Law on hold for now for all the questions. As for presentation, I would introduce myself as a friend of Sarah Boone and that you would like to speak on the record with a reporter or journalist. I would say that everyone agrees that your case is absolutely unprecedented and that that as a first, you would like to have your say and answer, LOL, that people have been wondering. Then I would say that you are not the caricature that many are trying to paint you out as, and that you have a legitimate and very compelling story, to tell. I'd say that with variations depending on who I'm addressing. What do you think? They brought on a Florida prosecutor and asked her what she's expecting from your defense. I'm watching and transcribing now. She said, quote unquote, a hot mess, because pro se trials are disorganized and messy because the average person doesn't know procedure, and even those who watch court cases wouldn't know what to do. She said that people have successfully done it, but they aren't eloquent in defense, and that harms them because the jury has a hard time following. Then the reporter says she thinks you might actually enjoy this. I don't understand that. Herself a lawyer, and maybe should have been. I don't understand that, what she wrote. The guest answered that this is possible that you will feel empowered because the spotlight will be squarely on you, but that in the end, the outcome may not be what you want. The video was short, and that was it. In truth, many of the amateur culture channels are salivating at the idea of your trial, with some comments I have read been a few people wanting to take some time off of work to see it, and even the lawyer you know is planning to be at your trial unless he has other cases that interferes. Sarah responds to Lana. Eye rolling. Wow, really? This is such a circus before it already started. From all my letters and sticking up for myself. Would it be so much if not? Question. Don't forget to say that I am very polite, funny, friendly, unique. Not what everyone wants me to be. I am a who, not what. Also, how am I being persecuted, unfairly railroaded, and everyone is mad because I'm telling the world what really goes on in the justice system? I have many wow moments to be had. The things I could tell you, moments full blown, yes. And you can please look up, and can you please look up and tell me another few competency tests? I want to put in my motion, please, it's important. It's my right to take, and if they are forcing me to be pro se, they should force me to take the test. They know I am not and will not conduct the test to prove me right. It's a too bad, so sad moment for me, and that's not fair or lawful. I'm working on my questions, and I will have for you today, okay? Thank you. Love you. What about everything else? What have you submitted already? Did you ask about the motion to withdraw already? Just let me know. ... Lana is responding to Sarah. I have not asked for anything yet. I was starting to write, but you put a halt on, so I'm on standby mode. I have not publicly mentioned talking to you or to anything within the motion to withdraw. I agree. What a bombshell, and way too delicious to let that cat out of the bag. So I am saying nothing, not a single question about that. I don't know any competency test beyond Ferretta, which they mentioned in your order that they don't have to give you since you forfeited by conduct, in quotes, their reason. That will be a good question for Ask Law, LOL. I won't forget to talk you up for the media. I am very good at selling. Did I ever tell you that I have a sales background? I was so good that I ended up buying the company I started working part-time in, and then I sold it for more than 3 times its value. I have a bit of a talent in that area. My biggest problem is that most people don't trust cold contacts, which is why I haven't been able to get replies from Transparent T and the lawyer you know. I'm now hoping to alert them in the comments. What she means by cold contact is what they call catfish. She's not showing her face, so people usually ignore those type of accounts. Sarah is responding to Lana regarding the motion for standby, the surprise motion for standby. I love you. I have only about 5 minutes. We just got the tablets and are about to be locked down again. Today, some atrocious inmate left a bloody pad in the middle of the day room for all to see, so we are all mass punished since no one will fess up. Another day of monotony and grief. They are stealing from me precious time to prepare, and they don't care. The sergeant shrugged her shoulders and said she has a facility to run. I told her I have my life to save. She literally said, "Oh well. Wow. I hope you're beautiful. No time. I love you. Please answer in the meantime, so hopefully I can check tonight if we're able. Is standby counsel court appointed? Who provides? In my motion, do I use she, her, or my, or myself? Is my letter and flyer up yet? Pray I can write later. I hate this place. Godspeed. Feel better." In the meantime, while she gets her ducks in a row, she sends Brian a message in all capitals. "Brian, today is commissary. You have not supplied in almost 2 months. Ad funds. Please." Lana responds to Sarah. "Oh my God, are you serious? Why? You've got to be shaking your head some days there at the things you've seen. In the true crime world, they call inmates who mess with bodily fluids slimers. Seems like you've got a slimed who is also a coward. Your case file was updated by something called an evidence control sheet. It was a form that had 2 boxes of discovery in it. Looks like something passed along with the shipment. I sent a copy via Emilio for you to see and have for your records. Your letter and flyer do not show yet! Exclamation. As for the other questions about standby counsel and the rest of your questions, those look like perfect ones for Ask Law, LOL, as I am clueless as you are. What I know about standby counsel is that a few sites through the court would appoint you one, but I don't know anything about entitlement. I would ask the judge for a continuance since you need your discovery to defend yourself and the jail is limiting you. Hopefully you'll be out of there soon. Those guards sound awful." So that was Sarah Boone and Lana behind the scenes plotting on what Lana was going to say allegedly on the stand in the courtroom at sentencing. How did you think she did? Did she do a good job? Leave your comments below and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.